The Jordan 5 Raging Bull, the Jordan 4 Toro Bravo. You guys know that Jordan brand loves the milk of colorway. And without further ado, I'll bring to you the Jordan 6 Toro. Got here today the Jordan 6 Toro. Before though, I have to salute to the family over at Chalkline for sending over some exclusive pieces, and I'll link these down below if you are of course interested in this. Definitely me, I had to actually hit them up personally and say, yo, can you guys get this out to me ASAP, Rocky? Woo-wee. Yes sir. Oh, they sent way more than I asked. Oh my goodness. I will link everything down below in the description. If you are a wrestling fan, really a fan of anything, because it's not just wrestling, basketball, different sports, even movies, check them out. D-Generation X in the building, Snapback. Sorry, I just had to do it. You also have Stone Cold Steve Austin. This is all from Chalkline. This is all licensed, by the way, official tissue. You got WRESTLEMANIA 6 Trucker. All snapbacks, but the one I gotta put on today, salutes to WWE, because y'all own it now, you feel me? But man, oh man, I was a WCW guy. I was a WCW guy growing up as a kid. I liked WWF, but it was something about Nitro, bro. It was something about Nitro. You know what I'm saying? Goldberg, Hollywood Hogan, you feel me? I was NWO, Team NWO growing up. So, you know, I had a side. I chose a side. My brother and them, they were WWF. They was Stone Cold. I was Goldberg. You feel me? Type of ordeal. Woo. D-Generation X jersey. Suck it. You already know what that means. Front and back. Woo. We gonna be turned up, boy. I got my apparel. Hey, so that's really nice. And then my personal, the one I literally was like, yo, I need this right here, ASAP. Yes, sir. Austin 316, front and back. Stone Cold 316. Like I stated, Chalkline, salutes to the family over there. And all officially licensed by WWE alongside with Chalkline. Salutes to them. They got me in. I've met Kevin Nash because of them. I met Scott Hall because of them. And salutes to Kais also for introducing me to them as well. But check them out. All these are available right now on their website. I will link you to all that down below in the description. But we have here also today the Jordan 6 Toro Bravo. And yeah, man, you know, we're not unfamiliar with this. Another edition of Got 'em Early. Woo! We are not unfamiliar with the Toro Bravo colorway, as we've seen it from the Raging Bull. We've seen it from the Toro Bravo Jordan 4, the re-retro of the Raging Bull that recently happened in 2021. And forgive me if I'm saying it wrong. I sound bad because, you know, my wife is Spanish. But Toro Bravo, I believe, means Raging Bull, right? Alexa, what does Toro Bravo in English mean? She's not gonna help me, so let me.
I don't know that one.
Yeah. So Toro Bravo means the Spanish fighting bull. I mean, hey, it's close enough. It's close enough. So yeah, we have here today the Jordan 6 Toro Bravo, and these are set to release on June 24 for a retail price point of $200. And yes, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, maybe you're already asking it, the material that's used on this shoe is the same, if not identical to that was used on the previous recent Jordan 5 Raging Bull. So I feel it feels like a very, very overall nice suede or synthetic suede, whichever it is. At the end of the day, I can't tell you always that, but I can tell you that it's a suede. And typically, like, suedes have different, I would say, textures to them. Sometimes they could be very, very soft. You know, sometimes they could be very, very rough. This one has more of a dry type of feel to it. And I've said this before, and people in the comments, it's almost like an oxymoron, right? It's a very rough suede. When suede, like, oh, the suede is soft, but this is also rough, right? When you rub your hands on it, it feels very soft. It feels nice. It feels good. However, like when you go the other direction, I mean, you're doing something like this, you can just definitely tell it feels kind of stiff in some points, some areas, like dry. It's a very difficult way for me to explain it to you because it sounds stupid because I'm saying 1 minute that it's soft and 1 minute it's dry and rough. It's not like this type of, suede. It's not like this. This is all, it's like straight buttery. It feels like butter, olive oil was just, poured all on it and cooked. Not being funny, even though those are called the black olives, but this one just feels a little bit more rough. It feels like a Timberland boot that was watered and then sat outside to dry. It's still suede, but it has a more dry feel to it. Retail $200. Currently, the market price on this shoe in the resale market is around $300 to $350. And I think that's more so to deal with the fact that this shoe has not released. They even had actual images of the shoe already out since last September, I believe over on Sneaker News, or I want to say I seen it on Kicks on Fire. So this shoe's been talked about, been seen, been thrown around for quite some time. And it's a Jordan 6. Jordan 6s, for the most part, I mean, they do typically well. I don't remember the last time I seen a Jordan 6 sitting for a long time. I remember the Jordan 6 Seafoams, which was a women's shoe. They dropped, they did okay. The last Jordan 6 that was like, I remember, was those Jordan 6 Afro Beats, the Jordan 6 ones. And they, for the most part, they dropped. They had the Nike Air on the back. They were kind of wild. They're gone right now as far as I know. Forgive me, guys. It was not the Afro Beats. The Afro Beats was the Jordan 7 and the Vachetta 10. But there was another shoe, and that might have been a 7 too. I'm looking right now. It was the black and like burgundy with it had the same type of thing on it. Let me just, give me a second. Okay, I stand corrected. That was also a 7. The Afro Beats was also a 7. The 6, the last one I've seen right now at least, was the Jordan 6 Cool Gray that released back in February. They retail for $200 and they are currently on the market right now for $150 to $160 depending on the size that you're actually looking for. So for instance, this one, I would go on the side of these will do very well. I feel like they will sell out online, specifically sell out pretty fast. And then, as far as, in stores, they may sit for a day or two, but I don't see these sitting for that long. It's a summer shoe. It's releasing in the middle of summer. I feel like, at least in Atlanta, man, everybody loves their red. Whether you're a Braves fan, a Falcons fan, a Hawks fan, like red is definitely a color that combines everything within Atlanta. And I see these being on everybody's foot for the Atlanta, time. And I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, people that be dripping, they gonna be rocking these too. You feel me? So be careful where you rocking this at. You feel me? With that being said, I really do like the color pattern and the way they went with it, where they went with the blacks and where they went with the reds. In the midsole blacked out, of course, and then you have the red, paint going through on the midsole. And for the most part, the paint there is fairly good. I don't see any like over bleeding or going into crossing any other lines out there. The outsole, as typical, you got that blue tinted outsole, red Jumpman. Keep that yellowing prolonged as long as possible. The lace lock is black with a red Jumpman on it, and of course on the tongue itself you have the red Jumpman with the black lace covering. Black tongue, rubberized. Insole is black with the red Jumpman as well, and just typical black red going back and forth. The backs of the shoe, shapes are nice. All red Jumpman with the Air. Shapes are nice. What I mean by the shape, it has the curvature. It's not really straight. I like when it's like curved like that. Sometimes you can get them fat. Sometimes you get them curved. The shoe itself from the front, like I was actually looking at this earlier, how this looks. This is a front shot. It just looks really nice. I love how high they look. I don't know, something about it. They just look really good, man. They look really, really good. The box, typical Jordan 5, Jordan 6 box, however, flipped out. You feel me? Jordan 1s, you know that the Jordan 1s come with the red box with the black lettering. They pretty much did the same thing here with these. It's a red box with the black Jumpman. On the box itself, this is Air Jordan 6 Retro Varsity Red/Black. It's a size 8.5. It fits true to size as far as what 6s go. With 6s itself, I usually go like, kind of like on a more snugger fit because I just like it to be as snug as possible, being a Jordan 6. Inside, typical, you know what I'm saying? When we do the full-on in-depth review, I'm gonna bring the Jordan 5 Raging Bull up to give you guys a bigger and better comparison of the two, and we'll just dive in even more into the shoe as time goes on. I just wanted to give you guys my initial thoughts and opinions. Also, get these, in full effect. Salute to Chalkline for that as well. I think these will do fairly well. I think they'll sell out. It is what it is. Whether or not that matters, like I told you guys, it doesn't, but it does tell you to kind of keep your eyes peeled and keep your eyes open because these should be moving fairly fast, in my opinion. Will I be copping these? More than likely no, because I have the Raging Bull 5. I don't need another Raging Bull in my collection, unfortunately. This is me being 100. I could cap, but I try to keep it 100. Does that mean that I don't like the shoe? No, I like the shoe. I just don't need the shoe. That's all. $200. Get used to it. It is what it is. That's where we're going to be at. So, yeah, to each his own. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, though. I'm out. Peace.